Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new issue of the Comics Section. I am your host, Jason, and normally I say my talented co-host, Lil Xio, but Lil Xio, as we said last week, is out of town. She's at Heroes Con in Charlotte, North Carolina, but when this comes out, she'll be back. Just know, Lil Xio, I am extremely jealous, and hopefully you got the things that I asked for, Black Panther and my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. But with further than that, I have a special guest, like I told you guys last week, another talented individual, by the name of Statue Fanatic. We actually have the man himself in here, and I'm so happy because I said I was going to get these guys in here. This is one of the guys I was going to bring in. The other one still hiding, but I'm going to bring him out. Statue Fanatic, welcome to the Comic Section.
Thank you. Man, you hyped this up way too much, man. I don't know if I can live up to this, man.
Hey, man, that's how I do it. I set the bar high.
Yeah, real high. I already got to sit in COC.
I believe in you,
Right.
It's Lil Xio. It's hard to, replicate that, but it's all good. I don't want you to replicate Lil Xio. I want you to be as honest, and I want you to be straight to the point, You can be like, hey, I don't like this. Don't worry. I want people to get upset. That's what I want. Lil Xio's a master at it, but you have your own, I felt a little bit at it.
See, I'm not like that, man. I can't get people upset,
I think
I'm more
you do.
of a peacemaker. You think I do?
We've had conversations already before, and I heard some of your thoughts, and I already disagree with a few.
Yeah, because you don't like Superman having drawers on.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. If you guys follow us on Instagram, you can check out the Instagram story. You can see our little warm-up, my issue with the draws on the outside. I don't like that.
I just can't with you, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But hey, let's go ahead and get into it a little bit.
Right.
So for those who don't know you, give us a little background on how you got started, how you became the Statue Fanatic.
How I became the Statue Fanatic. Well, first of all, I got to get a shout out to a couple of my boys.
All right,
George, MCE. I've got Seth over at MCE, John, JR, Chad, all these guys. These are the guys that kind of like motivate me to keep going. These guys, collectors just like me. We go around places, go to San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con, all that kind of stuff. So I saw George a couple of years ago do a few videos with statues, and I thought I was the only one that ever collected statues. I was a little bit in the closet on it because I didn't figure there were grown men that collected stuff like this. Then I started watching some of their videos, man, and so that's kind of how I got into it. I've been doing it for about 30 years, man.
30 years?
30
Seriously?
years. Yeah. I've got statues that are that old. How old were you 30 years ago?
How old was I 30 years ago?
Yeah.
I was 3.
See? Exactly. So I've been collecting for quite some time. So I thought, why not do a YouTube channel, man? Everybody else is doing it, and it worked out.
And I was just about to ask that, man. How did you start your YouTube channel? But since you kind of already touched on that, like, how long have you been doing the YouTube channel?
2 years. Would you go back and watch my first video?
Yeah.
I can't even watch it, man.
It's that bad?
It was bad.
That's good, though. You gotta have a starting point, though. That's how you do it. You gotta look at it like, ooh, and then you get better, and then, it's hard to kind of look at some. That's good. That shows growth.
Yeah, it's a lot of growth, man. I was watching that the other day, man. I got through like 30 seconds of it, and I had to
shut it off. It's cool.
Turn it off.
It's all good, man. Well, look, hey, I can honestly say that thanks to you, we're on YouTube now since you are our video guy, our video producer.
All right.
So appreciate that big time. But, you said YouTube channel, how many subscribers do you have?
Like, so right now we're right at 5,000 subscribers.
5K?
5K, man.
All right.
We also, get this.
Mm-hmm.
1.5 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
1.5 million views have come to your channel and watched it.
1.5 million views.
That's big, man.
Yeah, it is. I didn't. I'm blown away.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That is awesome, man. So anyone out there who's thinking of starting a YouTube channel or a podcast, anything like that, you start and you keep going. You never know what could happen. You just
Absolutely, man. One other thing too, man, like I was saying, my boys over at MCE Central, and if I gotta send a plug out, mcecentral.com, man.
Okay.
Check those guys out because we kind of work together, man. They support Statue Fanatic, I support MCE, and so I think between the two, that's how we've grown because they started about the same time, and we've been doing content together. They're right at 10,000 subscribers, right at 1 million views as well.
Okay.
So if you want more of that whole pop culture thing with the statues and collecting and all that stuff, that's mcecentral.com.
mcecentral.com. All right, MCE Central, y'all heard it. go over there and MCE Central. Don't be afraid. Come on to the podcast. We got your boy on here.
You just opened a Pandora. They'll be on.
They'll be on?
Yeah, they'll be on.
All right, man. Well, hey.
They'll be on. George will be on.
George will be on.
George, I'm putting him on blast right now. George will be on.
George, you're on blast. Whoever you are, I can't wait to meet you. So before we get started in the show, I got to ask these two questions that we ask people pretty much on the fly. Who is your favorite hero and why?
Okay. Probably Spawn.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a good
Spawn.
pick.
Spawn's been, I like him. He's kind of a dark anti-hero.
Yeah.
Tortured, tormented. And then the whole reason he became who he became, man, we do a lot of things for love, you know? And, he had to be with his wife, Wanda.
That's right.
So, yeah.
That's right.
Spawn.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. Al Simmons, man, that's my guy. All right.
Absolutely, man.
How'd you think about the movie?
It sucked.
Yeah, I like the movie, man. Personally, it was ahead of its time.
You know, it may have been ahead of its time.
It's ahead of its time.
You know what? Let me take that back.
CGI wasn't around like that, you know, back then.
They
you know
shouldn't
what I
have
mean?
played with it the way they did. But well, let me justify that. So I said it sucked only because I'm looking back 20-some years later.
Yeah,
and I'm saying it sucked.
You seeing how everything is now compared to back then?
Yeah, but when it came out, I saw it 5 times.
That was a big deal back then.
I saw it 5 times.
There we go.
5 times. So I'm looking forward to. I don't know if you know, Todd McFarlane's working on another movie.
That's
he's
right.
Got the script. He's got all that together, and he's also got your boy Jamie Foxx in the lead role.
I'm nervous because my boy can still do it. Michael Jai White, he's still in incredible shape, just like Wesley Snipes. I want him back as Blade as well, but I get it. New generation, you kind of want to switch it up. Yeah. But, you know, like I said, Jamie Foxx, I'm a fan of Jamie Foxx. Oscar winner, of course. But let's see, though, because Michael J. White did his thing.
Give me one role Jamie Foxx has taken on that he has not slayed.
Held Up.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, that was his first movie, guys. Look it up, IMDb.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
see,
nobody knows what that is.
Exactly.
All right, you got me.
All right, and then other than that, who is your favorite villain?
I'm gonna probably go out like, you know, pretty classic villain. It's gonna be the Joker.
Ooh.
It's gonna be the Joker. Couple of reasons.
All right.
My son absolutely loves the Joker, man.
Okay.
He painted his room green and purple.
All right.
So that's one of the reasons I love the Joker.
Okay.
But the Joker, like, I guess like in the Killing Joke in the comics, man, just one bad day away from any of us becoming that bad guy, you know?
Really?
One bad day away. And that's kind of how it was in the Killing Joke. So
right.
I think all of us, a lot of us, we might not want to admit it, but we can identify with the Joker. I think we can.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to the movie that's coming out with was it Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin. Yeah.
So I think all of us probably, even though we love Batman and you know the hero and all of that stuff, but I think we probably can identify with the Joker.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right, guys. Well, a little background info on our guest host this week on the Statue Fanatic. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel, Statue Fanatic, and make sure you like our videos because that's where you can see us on his YouTube channel.
That's right.
Statue Fanatic.
That's right.
Make sure y'all do subscribe, hit the like button, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into issue 27 with breaking news headlines. All right, guys, breaking news headlines, box office, X-Men.
Ouch.
Dark Phoenix opens up to usually I say massive when it comes to superhero box office, but this one, 33 million at the box office. That makes it the lowest opening in franchise history. Hey, yes, okay, yeah, Wolverine, Logan, you said it best. A little upset right there. Thoughts on that? I mean, me personally, I'm not all that surprised, but, you know, because everyone knows it's coming back home, it's coming to Marvel Studios, but I feel kind of bad, you know, because you have this cast. I mean, I guess some kind of phoned it in, some may say, but I'm thinking this is the last hurrah. And I just feel bad for the people who really just kind of give it their A+ and for it to be as bad as box office is saying. Some people I've saw it and they were like, it's not too bad. Okay, so the look you're giving me right now is you're saying it is trash. I mean, what's your thoughts?
I'm not saying it's trash. What I'm saying right now is that I'm not upset about it.
You're not mad?
Not mad. They've had way too many times to get this right.
That's a good point.
So, what was the last movie they tried to tell this story in the X-Men?
Last Stand.
Okay.
X3.
And then they try to tell it again. Reboot, I guess this is
they
reboot.
Did. Yeah.
They didn't get it right. So, I think with Disney buying Marvel and with Disney now acquiring Fox,
right?
I think a lot of people probably stayed away because they're just done. They're ready for the mouse to take over. They're ready for a new chapter in the X-Men. They're ready for the X-Men to join its rightful place in the Marvel, in the MCU universe. So I'm not surprised that it did that, 33 million. From what I understand, it wasn't that good. I haven't seen it, so I will put that out there. Full disclosure. I have not seen it.
Okay.
But this is the deal. I had no desire to see it either.
Ooh, it didn't even get you a little bit excited.
I watched every trailer, everything about it. I was not excited to see it. And the other thing is, people get emotionally invested in these characters.
That's true.
We know it's ending.
Yeah.
I think this, Logan should have been X-Men's swan song.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. It was
an amazing movie.
Yes.
Did great at the box office. Fan favorite. It was a great way to just pull the curtains. They should have put this direct to DVD.
Direct to DVD, Dark Phoenix, this version? Okay.
I think the story is way overrated anyway. So.
Ooh, that's a hot take. All right.
I think the story's overrated.
All right,
I think it's a pivotal story in X-Men history. I get it.
Right.
But there are a lot of other stories to tell.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other stories to tell.
Okay.
In the X-Men history, and we keep trying to tell this story, and we haven't gotten it right yet.
Ooh.
And it's such a monumental story. I mean, they didn't get it right.
That's true. I mean, this story is kind of for those who may not know, it's kind of akin to Endgame. You got to set this up. Like, this is a story. This is the end of like a big epic like journey, and this is like the end of it. So yeah, I would say I mean obviously with Marvel getting it, they're going to do it, and it's going to be a while before we see a Dark Phoenix again. They might not even touch it for like at least maybe a good 15, 20.
15 or 20 what?
Years.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
That's too damn long.
Nah,
That's too long.
You got to understand. Here's my prediction. I could be off.
That's too long.
I could be wrong, but I'm just saying.
Maybe I'm just old, but that's too long.
All I'm saying is that they're going to reboot everything from like fresh. They're starting out like, this is just unless they want to be like, all right, let's go ahead and get into it like they do Spider-Man. They don't have to introduce everybody. They know the X-Men for the most part. So maybe they'll do it that way. But I'm just thinking they want to stay away from it for as long as possible. And plus, Marvel got so many other heroes to even think about. That's why I kind of put that out there.
All right.
Like, maybe.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So we'll see what happens, man. But unfortunately.
Didn't do too well, man. I would imagine this will be on Blu-ray in the next month.
Really?
Yeah.
That quick?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
at $33 million, and then this weekend anticipated to drop 50% at the box office.
Yeah, you're right.
Nah.
You're right. Okay. Well, I mean, you can get it now if you really wanted to. I mean, let's just be real here, people. I'm just being honest, man. I'm not gonna lie to the people. The people know.
And so, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
There you go. All right, you get it now.
Yeah, exactly.
And other breaking news, guys, all of my fans of this show right here. I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration. That's right, guys. The Boondocks is coming back. There was rumors that, it might happen. One of the actors, John Witherspoon, the great John Witherspoon, who plays, the granddad on the show. He was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he kind of made mention like, Boondocks coming back. Yeah, it's coming back. And, older man, you kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, it sounds cool. He said things like this before, but it is official. Sony came out and said it, that they're rebooting it, and they're bringing back the creator, Aaron McGruder, which is super important because if you've seen the show when it, came out in Cartoon Network, the last season, Aaron McGruder wasn't involved, and you can tell because it was a huge drop-off. So I am super happy. Are you a Boondocks fan as much as I am?
I am, and I'm excited that it's coming back. I think the show was relevant.
Yes.
It was a lot of commentary on social issues. I think they attacked things in a way that made it was raw a lot of times in what they did, but the satire in the show made it so you could really identify with what was going on. It made people think, people who may not have been into politics and things like that. I mean, even I think Oprah even had a voice on there at one time. I was reading something about that. But there's a lot of value in the show. I loved it. I absolutely enjoyed it. And you're right. The last season, you could tell that there was a different team working on it.
Yeah.
But my girl is on there, though.
Oh,
Regina King, who just won the Oscar.
There we go. She has to be. She voices both Huey and Riley.
So, come on now. She is way overdue for her to get her accolades. So, do you know if she's coming back?
I believe she is.
Oh my God, yeah.
I believe
I've had a crush on her since 227.
Oh, I remember that show. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But I think it's before the last season, I think it was a really well-written show with a lot to say. Yes. With a lot to say.
And they have so much to say with everything that's going on in the political climate. God, I mean, great to have that show. Oh my goodness. You have R. Kelly. They talked about R. Kelly back then with the whole, peeing on the girl and stuff like that. It done came back. So they kind of be like, hey, remember we told you this about 10 years ago? Yeah, okay. So many things they can talk about. So I am super excited. I am too. There's no date of when it's going to be set to air, but I heard rumors of 2020, so next year. So as soon as it happens, of course, you know where to tune in to find out because we're going to be the first ones to bring it to you. Oh, I'm excited. Boondocks. Let's go. All right, in other news, we're going to take a trip out in space.
All right.
A journey. No, hold up. Let me not mix that up.
Yeah, you about to mess
I'm about to mess that up. All right, hold up. To boldly go where no one has gone before.
Where we going?
Yeah, we going Star Trek, man. We're going on the Enterprise or Voyager. How many ships are there?
You got me now.
There's a bunch of ships.
I'll be lying if I told you I knew how many.
Without further,
I know the Enterprise.
I know the Enterprise, of course. But I think most people know the Enterprise, man. Come on, man. Captain Picard? Come on, man. I think that's Lil Xio's favorite captain.
You said Captain Picard. I was not talking about Picard.
Oh, who you talking about?
Kurt. James Tiberius Kurt.
Okay, see, that just shows how bad my Trekkie-ism is. But please forgive me, all my Trek fans out there, including my mom. She's a huge Trekkie, so she's probably going to, kick me out the family for that. But it's all good. Looks like Quentin Tarantino, he is a huge Star Trek fan, and he wants to do a Star Trek movie. Not only does he want to do a movie, there's already a writing staff that already written a treatment for the movie that's already done and set to be rated R.
That is no way in hell that's going to happen.
You don't think that's going to happen?
Look, first of all, there's no way that there will ever be a rated R Star Trek movie. That's just never going to happen.
You can't say that.
That's never going to happen.
You don't think that's going to happen?
Never.
You want to make a bet on that?
I would make a bet. You will not have a Star Trek movie that's rated R.
Okay.
That's just not going to happen.
I don't know. I mean, we're talking about Quentin Tarantino. He has a lot of power. Man.
Let me say this.
Okay.
Quentin Tarantino is an amazing director.
All right.
Come on, he brought us Pulp Fiction, Django, Reservoir Dogs. He brought us Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
All great movies.
All great movies.
All rated R, some bordering on M.
Yeah, he can get there.
Star Trek will never go down that road. He can be as big a fan as he wants. He'll just watch from the sidelines, but he will not make a rated R movie.
I think you're underestimating how much power Quentin Tarantino has in Hollywood.
No.
Matter of fact, he's coming out with a movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Studios were begging for them to let us be your distribution for this movie.
For Star Trek?
No. For Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Because all the movie studios want a Tarantino film. He's one of the few directors left. I would say him, James Cameron, and Christopher Nolan, where you see that director's name attached to that tag of a movie, you know, and you're excited and you have a fan base. People are going to come out.
Would you want to see a rated R Star Trek movie?
Yes, I do.
Why? Tell me about
You know why?
Why would you want to see a rated R Star Trek
Because
movie?
Star Trek needs some type of adrenaline pump in its arm, man. Because think about it. Star Wars has been ruling everything for the past 20, 30, 40 years. Of course, the Star Trek's been doing its thing. Star Trek came out before Star Wars. We know this. But I just feel that Star Trek needs an adrenaline. They need a shot in the arm to get everyone excited about it. You know how many people be like, hold up. A rated R Star Trek film? Quentin Tarantino's going to do it?
See, and I'm not even tripping so much on the rated R part. I'm tripping on the Quentin Tarantino part because rated R can mean one thing, where it's because it could be because of a certain things like that. But the what he does with his rated R movies, I'm surprised they get a rated R rating and not an M rating.
Hey, look, that alone, though.
Fiction, I'm surprised that even came out.
Of course, it had to, man. It's a classic. I want to see that so bad, man. I want to take a trip into space. And let's be real, all right? If you in space right now and you think everything's all humpty glory and you see an alien trying to attack you, you ain't gonna drop a few F-bombs and a few MFers and a few. I mean, come on, man. Let's be real here.
I guess, man.
If an alien came down,
Star Wars, then.
Yeah, you can do that, but Star Wars is Disney now, so that ain't that. No,
That ain't gonna happen.
But this right here, come on, man.
Well, you know what? I'll go see it.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
I'll go see it.
That movie's gonna be number one.
Happen, but I'll go see it.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll definitely go see it.
Okay. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully it happens because according to a new issue on Empire, he actually confirmed that yes, he does want to do it. Only if it's rated R. But he also has to check to see how, his writing team actually wrote it, put his weight on it, but it has to be R for Tarantino to write it. So we'll have to wait and see. You may have to owe me some money.
I may have to owe you some money.
Hey, man.
I bet.
Bet? All right, we shaking on camera.
We'll figure out the details.
All right, well, we're in your studios right now, and you got some pretty cool pop figures and statues and stuff. I'm gonna have to acquire a statue.
So that's what this is. You're already looking around.
That's right. I like Batman. I come in here and assess the whole situation before I start anything. So I'm just saying. So we're gonna have to wait and see, guys.
All right, Jason.
All right. In other news, looks like we have a director for DC's Black Adam. And I believe his name, I know I'm a butcher it, so please forgive me if you ever come across this video. Joan Colette Sierra?
That's even worse than the first time you did it when you were practicing.
Yeah, I practiced about at least 15 times.
Yeah, that's even worse. But
yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's the right way to pronounce it, but it doesn't sound like it is.
The effort, man. I get an A for effort at least.
A for effort. Let's
there
talk
we go.
About the movie.
Yeah, man. DC's Black Adam, The Rock, the people's champ. He's going to be starring in it. He's Black Adam. Your thoughts?
I got a friend that I know that he doesn't care what he stars in. He's going to go see Dwayne Johnson.
I got a few friends like that as well, too, yeah.
All right, so, but you told me something about this because you're the one that brought this to me, but you told me something about this that it won't have Shazam in it.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No sense at all.
That doesn't make sense.
And I guess he's going to be an anti-hero, but I'm like, man, Black Adam's always been like a villain. So I'm like, okay, so they got to make it where he does good things, but he's also kind of bad. I'm getting tired of that, man. I like just be evil. Be full on evil, man. I don't want half evil, maybe good, because we know like that's, Shazam's arch rival. So it's like, come on, man. What? That's why I'm excited about like the Joker movie that's coming out because we know the path that Joker leads. There's no anti-hero in Joker. It's like, nah, this dude is just going deeper and deeper into the evil depths of his mind. So I'm like, Black Adam, he's supposed to be evil, but it's Dwayne Johnson, it's The Rock. Everyone loves The Rock. I love The Rock, but don't get me wrong, I want evil. I want him to be like, nah, I'm not doing the right thing.
So you want Shazam? You want him on screen with him?
Yes.
Okay.
I want them fighting. And we all know, well, hopefully, this is DC we're talking about. Hopefully it happens. But, I am interested. I'm going to see it. I'm going to see any comic book movie. But I want a villain. I don't want an anti-hero. And that's what they're kind of claiming that this movie is.
Yeah, I'm going to go see it, too. It comes out for a number of reasons. Because it's a comic book movie, I guess, I didn't go see Phoenix. But... Yeah. Yeah. I'm like you, man. I don't understand how they're going to do it. I mean, Joker has his own origin. He has all of this. They can make a Joker movie, but they're going to come out the gate with the Black Adam. But we can't judge it too soon because we didn't know anything about a raccoon, and now we got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, sure.
We didn't know anything about these characters, and they made it work. And we love them.
Right. Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm just like, don't turn. I guess, man. If y'all going to turn the Black Adam kind of good. That kind of takes the sting out of, when him and Shazam, collide.
Maybe Quentin Tarantino needs to direct it.
Oh, I would love that. Yes. Tarantino, once you do Star Trek, come on over to DC or Marvel. I don't care who it will. Probably be DC, not Marvel. Disney ain't trying to have that. But come to DC and make it that way, man. I've seen a bunch of comics from DC that has Tarantino's name all over it.
What has this director actually directed before? I mean,
2005's House of Wax. He's done a ton of Liam Neeson's, movies like Run All Night. Not Taken, but kind of like Taken light movies.
Okay.
So
I really hadn't heard of the director, so until you mentioned the House of Wax.
Yeah, that's a pretty good movie.
We'll see. Any time frame for this?
Well, they're saying that, perhaps starts production next year, 2020. So you're probably looking at like a 2021 release, give or take. So let's hope so, man.
Any more supporting cast other than The Rock?
Right now, just The Rock. Unless something happens, that's all you need. It's the people's champ, man. I'm there.
And a 2020 presidential candidate, too.
Oh, hey, The Rock has my vote, man. People's champ. Come on, man. What nation's going to argue against The Rock? You see across, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go and keep it moving.
All right.
Who do I hate? Sorry, guys. Venom. I don't get the appeal. I just don't get the appeal. Okay. But if you like him, then more power to you. Don't let my dislike of your character affect how much you like that character. It's our differences that bind us.
All right, guys, it is time for our coming soon preview segment of the comic section, issue 21. And the first one that a lot of people were interested in, I've been waiting for about 2.5 years. Remember that little, teaser? It was a video game with the Avengers logo, and you saw all the weapons laying down. It was all just dreary. And I thought it was like a trailer for like a movie. That's how good it looked. Well, finally, E3 just happened, and they actually released the trailer, and it's being made by Square Enix. So if you are Square Enix fans, are like super excited. Without further ado, this is Marvel's Avengers. Check it out.
You know that old saying, never meet your heroes? Well, I did. And it was awesome. The Avengers were everything I imagined.
Hello, San Francisco!
Thor, Tony, check it out. At once.
Try to keep up.
Damn it, they played us. Some say they were set up. Others call them murderers.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Well, we all lost something that day. But that's not how this story ends.
All right, I got to get your reaction.
My first reaction is issue 27, not 21.
I said 27. I didn't say 27. I said 21. Man, I'm getting old, man. What's going on, man? All right.
My reaction.
Yeah.
It looks freaking amazing.
It does.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But there was no gameplay. There was no gameplay. I mean, but it looked great. They did the trailer right. I mean, it made me excited. I guess coming off of Endgame and Infinity War, you just haven't gotten enough of the Avengers yet. Mm-hmm. So, I'm looking forward to it. I wish it was some gameplay, but of course at E3, I'm thinking most of the time it's about introducing what they're doing, getting people excited about what they're doing, and then of course we're going to see gameplay before it comes out.
Right.
All these gamers that play early and that type of stuff. But otherwise, it looked amazing.
Yeah, it did. It did. But I do see a few people online that aren't really liking it too much because the characters' looks seem a little off.
Well,
I'm just reading what the people have been saying. A friend of mine, he's excited. I won't put him on blast, but he just does not like the design of the characters, how they look.
Is it because they don't look like the actual actors from what we...
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a lot of people are so attached to the actors that they don't see anyone else in that. And also, too, even in the comics are kind of, you know, they're not exact replicas of the actors from the movies, but you could see, you know, similarity between, you know, them in the comic and the movie. But this one right here, yeah, I mean, you can see, obviously, they want to do their own story. And it is its own story. It's not like a continuation of like Endgame or anything like that. It's an original story. And yeah, looking at it, I would have to get used to it. I got to get used to the looks and everything, but that's fine. That's no biggie. I'm just happy that we have an Avengers game and it's not like Lego version.
I'm wondering what that's going to be like. Like, do you get to play as, like, is it a, you know, cooperative game that you can play with friends?
I would hope so.
Or is it going to be like Spider-Man where you just play as a character?
Yeah.
And because it's a team, what other team games do you know that's out there where there's a team like the Avengers and it's a video game? I mean, what games are like that?
Oh, man. Off top, as far as superheroes go? Just any game. Any game where you can cooperate and it's like a bunch of heroes, though?
Yeah, I mean, my point being is that, I mean, we've got all of these heroes. We've got the Hulk, we've got Cap, we've got Iron Man.
I'm sure it has to be.
Widow.
It has to be multiplayer.
You know, can you and I play together? Is this going to be a single-player game where we just choose a character to play?
Right. You know what? It might be that, like, maybe single-player, but I'm sure they're going to have online where you can kind of just pick who you want to play with. I would hope so. I mean, with all these characters, because how many characters love one character over the others? You know what I'm saying? That would suck to be like, I can only be this character. Like, so I'm sure that you could, you know, play with the different characters and have a bunch of people play together. That'll be dope.
That would be so cool if you could get like 6, 7 of your friends together and, you know, I want to be Hulk, you be Iron Man.
Yeah.
That would be freaking dope.
Exactly.
That would be dope.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, they introduce some other characters. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you see the shirt that I'm wearing. Hopefully they introduce some other characters, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag Wakanda forever. That's all I'm going to say. And you know what? That made me think of, man, if they could do this, I want a new Ninja Turtle game. I want a new Ninja Turtle game. Yes, and I know certain people are listening or watching like, oh, he brought up Turtles again. Yes, I did. Okay? If they could do this, and hopefully it's successful, right? Hopefully it's successful. I want a new Turtles game in the same format. That's all I'm saying. Huh? Oh, okay, see? Quiet, right? Crickets. Okay, I'm by myself on this. That's fine. We're going to keep it moving. Next trailer that came out, we have Batman Hush. That's right, guys. New, I believe it's coming out in August, so it's right around the corner, and I believe you can get the Blu-ray in July, so it's DC animated film. This villain is one that Batman has yet to kind of take on a film scale. You know, we've seen him take him on in the comics. This is the film. Check it out, guys.
None of this is my fault. He made me control Superman.
What's his name?
He calls himself Hush.
The events of the past months reach as high as Superman and as low as the Joker. All were set into motion by Hush. Hush, Batman. Hush.
All right, what's your thoughts on Batman Hush?
I love it. I can't wait. This is one of my favorite Batman stories. So many things happen in this story that branch off into the Batman ethos.
Yeah.
All of my characters are in it. I mean, it's everybody comes together in here. I mean, whether you're a Catwoman fan or a Poison Ivy fan, I mean, this story is probably, in my opinion, because I know people don't, you know, in my opinion, one of the best Batman stories that have been written. And Jim Lee, oh my God, his artwork in this, in the comics, is great.
Right.
And so what I'm hoping in the, I only saw the trailer, but what would be really cool if somehow they kept Jim Lee's style in the anime, because I love his artwork.
You think they could pull that off?
It's anime. They should be able to.
I hope so.
They should be able to.
Yeah.
It's just a translated comic that moves.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I love Jim Lee. Love the artwork on here. I mean, I love his work on X-Men and different characters too. But I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
And you know, not Disney, DC knows how to do animated.
Oh yeah, they are the best.
They are the best.
They are the best. Any DC movie that comes out, I'm watching. Animated style, oh yeah, without question. I don't gotta ask anybody. And now there's some that are, better than others, but they're all good. I have yet to see a bad DC animated film.
Yep.
And this looks like it's going to be another one that's going to be great. And again,
I think this should have been released in theaters. I think there is such a pent up hype and desire to have this story told on the big screen. I think not only this, I would love to see Batman Hush done in a regular movie.
Yes.
And the anime. I mean, I think it could work either way. The story is amazing.
Yeah. Because I remember, like, me and Lil Xio were talking about, like, villains we want to see on the big screen. And Batman, he keeps, cycling out the same villains, man. I'm like, all right, leave the Joker alone. Leave certain characters that we've seen
a million times.
So many times. Right. Hush is a character that we've yet to see on the big screen, but we're getting them. Just animated style. So, like you, I'm super, super excited. And it's set to come out on DC Universe very soon. I believe it's coming out on DC Universe August 13th. This year. With the Blu-ray coming out July 20th. So, be on the lookout for that. All right, and we'll get into our last preview. Now, this one right here is for our horror fans out there. You know what I'm saying? Fans of Stephen King's The Shining. Have you heard of Dr. Sleep? If you haven't, this is the sequel to The Shining. Yes, that's right. Part 2, direct sequel. Check it out.
You're magic, like me.
I need you to listen to me. The world's a hungry place. A dark place.
Hi there.
I only met 2 or 3 people like us. They died. When I was a kid, I bumped into these things. I don't know about magic. I always called it The Shining.
Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Okay?
That's it, man. I got goosebumps.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? This trailer right here, whoo, man.
Well, The Shining is creepy as hell. Even, I don't know what, 30 years later?
That's right.
It's still creepy.
That's right.
Watching it. And I'm really excited about this because I was a fan of the book. I'm a fan of the show, the movie.
Yeah.
And so with this coming out, man, that trailer makes you like, I think, a whole nother level of freakiness.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, just because I was wondering how they were going to do it. Now I haven't read the book. You've read the book.
Yes.
Now from the trailer, can you? I guess do you get that vibe that they're like, okay, they're kind of following along with the book? I mean, it's kind of hard to say with like a little teaser trailer, but
right. But this is a whole nother. This is a continuation of the story,
right?
So the book is basically The Shining, what we saw.
Okay, gotcha. 30
years ago.
Yeah.
So not 30, more than that.
It's been a
long time ago.
Yeah.
But now this is Danny, all grown up now. Mm-hmm. This is him in the shadow of his father's legacy,
right?
Who went crazy, and ended up, dying in the mansion and all that stuff.
Spoiler alert.
Well, no, that's from The Shining, though.
I know, but still, you might have people who have never seen The Shining. Oh my God,
this damn thing's been out for 40 years. If you haven't seen it, I don't give a damn.
I'm just saying.
Whatever.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
Go watch the damn movie. So long.
So I'm saying.
But my point in that being is that this is a continuation of that, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. I mean, it's based on The Shining, of course.
Right.
So they're continuing the story.
Yeah. I'm cool about that, man. I'm like you said, man, it's based on the little boy Danny, and he even says in the trailer like him riding the little tricycle. I'm like, oh, that's him. He's grown up. Mm-hmm. And now he's going to be experiencing the problems and psychological trauma and all that craziness, the red rum you're seeing all over the place. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, I can't wait for seeing this. This is coming out November this year, November 8th, right around the corner. So we're getting some horror.
Right after Halloween.
Right after Halloween, man. Right before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So just before, you get into the family mood, got to scare you one good time before you eat.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That's okay?
It's cool, man.
All right.
Bleep that out. It's all good. We're good. Yeah, no, but it's true though. It's a true reaction. You get scared, man, and the trailer itself will scare you out your pants.
Yeah.
That's a big fact. So, yeah, I'm excited about it and just can't wait to see it, man. A lot of good things coming out. Again, you got Marvel's Avengers video game from Square Enix. That's dropping May 15th, 2020. Batman Hush, DVD, Blu-ray, July 20th. DC streaming service, August 13th. And Dr. Sleep, I will be there because I won't get any after the movie comes out. That's November 8th this year. Be on the lookout.
Hi, this is Ben Borndal from Guy That Draws. The most overrated hero I feel is Batman. He's got no powers, and yet they always find a way for him to be able to defeat anyone else.
All right, guys, it is time for us to give our reviews based off a TV show or movie that you've seen. And we recently get to watch Batman versus TMNT. Now, you already know how I feel about my TMNT, and you know how I feel about Batman. I'm not the biggest Batman fan. I'll go ahead and tell you guys if you don't already know already, which you should. What's your thoughts on Batman versus TMNT?
Well, first of all, I saw it before you did.
Yes, that's true.
And you came up with that lame thing you said.
What's lame?
You said, man, Batman better not win.
He better not win. He better not win. If they were fighting, I don't want Batman to win.
We're not going to give any spoilers because it's fairly new. So
yeah, no spoilers.
So we won't give any spoilers away of that. But you said that. I'm like, watch the damn thing. So my take on it was,
okay,
2 thumbs up.
All right.
Go see, get it on DVD again.
Yeah.
DC knows how to do anime.
Yeah, you're right.
It was great.
Yeah.
I love the way that each of the turtles' personality came to life.
Sure.
It was entertaining. Okay. Now, keep in mind, it's also borderline rated R almost. Because there's some violence in there that seems a bit graphic.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm good.
But just so you know, there is, if you got little kids that want to watch
right.
it.
Absolutely.
But the personalities of the turtles came through. I think it did a great job with Splinter and Batman playing off of each other in terms of the villain, good guy type thing. The team up, I thought, was great with those guys. The humor was great. It was funny. It was entertaining. And it's an hour and a half long, and you don't even realize it.
That's so true. Yeah, I'm with you on that. My review, like you said, I just seen it. And yeah, I was a little nervous because I was like, how are they going to do this? Is this going to be kind of like akin to Batman v Superman? No spoiler, but just be prepared to see, fights that you might have never thought you wanted until you see it. It's like you see showdowns or like, what would happen if this person faced off against this person? Well, you're going to see a few scenes like that. And like you said, too, it's pretty violent. So again, yeah, just echoing what you said. If you have kids that, big fans, obviously, of both big time IPs, just be aware that it really gets there. It pushes the limit for sure.
Yeah. I think they do a good job following the original comics too.
True. Yeah.
Because in the original comics, we're talking about Batman and the Turtles being in alternate universes. But in this movie, they're in the same universe. That's kind of how they veer away from the actual story from the comics. So they tell it follows it pretty closely. Other than that, they're not in alternate universes.
Right. And that was one thing I wondered how they were going to do it. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, cool. I can buy that. And yeah, again, I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. Definitely go check it out. Go buy it. Go support it. Because man, I have my affinity for my turtles. Okay, I'm biased. Yes.
So who's your favorite turtle, man?
Raphael. Easy. Easy, Raph, man.
Okay.
I grew up, Raphael was the coolest one. He was the tough one. He was like, man, bit of a hothead. The older I get, this is why I say, I learned to appreciate the other turtles the older I get. I used to hate Leo because I was like, man, I ain't trying to follow. Man, Leo's corny, man. But the older you get, when you have responsibilities and bills and things like that, you're like, you know what? As much as I hate to admit it, man, Leo cool, man. I'm cool with Leo,
Donnie's mine. I think I identify more with him because he's that kind of egghead guy.
I love Donnie, man.
But in the show, man, Mikey stole the show.
Mikey's everyone's favorite, though.
He stole the show.
Oh, in the movie? Oh, yeah. Mikey does steal the show. Everyone did a great job. So, we could big this movie up to the high heavens and still wouldn't be enough, man. Make sure you go check the movie out, go buy it, go stream it. It is if I were to rank, well, I don't really want to rank them because I hate ranking them.
You're gonna be biased.
As what, my favorite DC movie?
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't put it up there. I wouldn't put it up there, but it is a great movie. I would say, gosh, because DC has so many great ones. I have to like go through a list.
Wow, yeah.
All right, I'm not going to rank it because it would take all day, and I'm like so many movies.
That could be a whole nother show.
That could be. That's an idea.
We actually rank the DC movies from top to bottom because I think they've got like officially 37 direct-to-DVD movies that are in this universe here. So we could like do that. That'd be awesome.
That'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
I like it. But yeah, other than that, make sure you go check it out. Batman versus the Ninja Turtles. I want to hear your guys' reaction. Hit us up. Let us know. Follow us on Facebook. Y'all know where to find us, man. I need to hear your reactions on this. All right, guys. Well, it's time for us to take a trip to the comic book store, letting you guys know all the new comics that came out. And usually Lil Xio gives us a rundown, but I was able to, pull some things out the stash. And yeah, I took a little trip there, and I saw some cool things that came out. We'll start it off. We have Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man number 23. Quote unquote, the hunted epilogue. So basically it gives us like an epilogue to Kraven's final hunt. So obviously it's going to be based around, Kraven the Hunter, and looks like this is going to be his last hurrah. Will it? Don't know. Make sure you go pick that up. Fans of The Flash, shout out to our producer Reggie C, who's the biggest Flash fan I know. We have The Flash number 72, The Rise of the Rogue. So definitely check that out. This one right here.
Whoa, The Batman Who Laughs.
That's right.
Number 6.
Hey.
So that's my jam right there. Xio says that.
Yeah, she does. See, hey, Lil Xio, when you hear this, I'm just saying,
That's my jam.
She ain't gonna like it.
All right, so The Batman Who Laughs. I'm a huge fan. We're on issue number 6. There's a 7-part miniseries to this. And, of course, it was the Metal series that kicked this all off. The Batman Who Laughs have by far become one of the most interesting and liked/hated characters in the DC universe right now. I mean, this character is demented. He's let me see how I put this. This character is giving Batman, Bruce Wayne, a run for their money.
See, I was going to ask that. So I was going to ask, why is this character, loved or hated? Like, the fans, are they kind of just split between this character?
Okay, so the whole thing about The Batman Who Laughs in the first place is about all these alternate multiverses that are happening.
Right.
So the way this even kicked off, man, was that there's all these different multiverses, all these different Batmans, all these different things that are happening. So it's kind of a confusing story if you don't start from the beginning and trying to understand where his origin. He actually started off, his first appearance was in Teen Titans, in their comic. But it's gotten to the point now where he's spun off onto his own series. And right now what's happening is like Gotham's on the attack, and then Batman, Bruce Wayne, is trying to stop him. We don't even know the way that it's written right now whether or not Bruce is turning evil. It's just crazy the way this is going. It's a psychological thriller. It's a the F word. It's all of those things. So if you haven't, gotten turned on to Batman Who Laughs, it's definitely worth looking at something fresh, interesting, and definitely grown up.
You might have sold me. I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check this one out. And man, that's a lot to take in, but it's very interesting. It's intriguing because, it's hard to come up with new storylines, man. And like with this one, and also like another friend of mine who kind of mentioned this comic as well. So yeah, I'm definitely into it. I'm like, just based off that description right there alone, if you're listening to this, if you haven't picked it up, make sure you go pick it up because obviously it's at number 6, so they have time to catch up.
Yeah. There's only one more issue left. It's number 7. This is a 7-part miniseries.
Ah, there we go. So a nice little, tie up the bow to it, but you have time to check it out. Also, we have an indie comic. This week we have Trust Fall number 1. It's based off the indie comic Aftershock Comics. So basically, it's about this character named Ash Parsons, who is raised to believe that she's special. She's someone with a quirk of genetics that lets her teleport things. And she's kind of like, the golden goose of her family. Everyone kind of relies on her. So she could basically pick up and teleport like, a whole bank vault to her house.
Oh, wow.
She could get a whole fleet of cars. She can do that. But the only thing is that she can't teleport. Right. She could teleport things anywhere, but she can't, teleport herself. And of course, that leads to drama with the family, and then like, can we really trust this person? Blah blah blah. But other than that, it's very intriguing because teleportation is my favorite superpower. Because I'm like, yeah, it is. Right. I would love to teleport because I'm not the biggest fan of heights. I'm cool with flying, but if I can teleport and just like appear one place and the next, I'm good.
That's mine too.
That's yours too?
Yeah,
yes.
I love to travel.
Yeah, it's the perfect combination between flight and speed.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it. But yeah, so it's super interesting. So make sure you go pick up Trust Fall #1, because as always, we have Marvel, we have DC, but we want some, for people who are kind of bored, like, okay, Marvel, DC, like we want new heroes. And again, those heroes are made in the indie scene. So we definitely always want to support our indie comics. Aftershock Comics is putting it out, and that's Trust Fall #1. Make sure you go pick that up. And again, to give you guys the rundown, once again, we have the Marvel, The Amazing Spider-Man #23. We have The Flash #72. The Batman Who Laughs #6. And Trust Fall #1. Make sure you go to your local comic book store. Support. Shout out to our good friend Soundwave Comics. Appreciate all the love as always. And make sure you go pick those hot titles up in these hot comic book streets. And before we end out another great issue of the comic section, issue 27, right? See how I did that? All right. We're going to give you guys some events that's coming up. In the movies, we have 2 big movies. We have Toy Story 4. That's right, guys. Toy Story 4 is coming.
Okay, here's the plan. Gabby has Forky. We know the perfect toy to help.
No.
Do.
Nope.
Do.
Nuh-uh.
Do.
No way.
Do.
Decline.
Do.
My kid really needs this toy.
You got a kid?
Like a kid?
Like a human kid?
Yeah.
We're gonna get a kid. We get a kid.
You excited?
No. We'll talk about that in a second. Also, we have Child's Play.
At Caslon, happiness is about more than entertainment. It's about being known, understood, loved. Introducing your new best friend.
Are we having fun now?
Best friend.
Something's wrong with Chucky.
Best friend.
Andy, if you know something, you better tell me.
Best friend.
Sweetie, Chucky is a toy.
Are you excited?
No.
We'll talk about that in a second. And not only that, we also have a local show hosted by Holy City Comics, and that's going down this Saturday, June 22nd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Auction Charleston Antique Mall located here in Somerville. If you're in the Charleston area, Somerville, South Carolina. All right, so we'll start off with Toy Story 4 that's coming out. And, you asked me if I'm excited. Nah, I'm not. Honestly, no, I'm not. And I love Toy Story. I've said this, me and Xio, we've talked about it, and I think she felt the same way if I'm not mistaken, but okay. I think they were great at 3. I think you ended it perfectly. I feel like, the end of 3 was so good. It got, I had allergies in my eyes. I don't know, something wet came down. You know how that happens. Dustin gets in your eyes, stuff like that. I hate when theaters are like that. Y'all need to clean up y'all theaters, man. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, the way they ended 3 was so perfect. But now they're just coming out with 4. Obviously, Toy Story, it's a bankable franchise. We get it. It's Disney. It's Pixar. Hey, we're going to come out with more and more because we love these characters so much. But I'm just like, and even watching the trailers, I'm like, okay. Like, to me, it feels like a sequel that we don't really need. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's good. I'm not saying it's not going to be good. I'm not excited.
Toy Story, I don't know. For me, I'm just gonna go with it because there's just so much sentimental meaning for me with this franchise.
Yeah.
I remember taking my son, who's now 24 years old.
There we go.
I remember taking him when he was a kid to see the first movie.
Yeah.
We've gone to see each of them. The same thing with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all in, and I got grandkids, and so I'm ready to take them to go, see the rest of it.
There we go.
So we'll see how that goes. But I do understand what you're saying, because for the same damn reason you say you don't like Toy Story, it's the same reason I think Child's Play is played out.
Oh man, Child's Play is played out.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. I do feel you on that. Yeah. Well, you know, they have your boy, you know. I mean, he's going to be voicing him. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, we all know who I'm talking about, guys. Luke Skywalker himself. He's going to be Mark Hamill. Yeah. Mark Hamill is the voice of Chucky this time. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Being anything other than Batman when it comes to having a voiceover type thing.
Oh, because he like a lot of people view him as the greatest Joker. Because I mean, his Joker is amazing. Yeah.
So the last movies didn't do well.
But the Chucky ones?
Yeah.
But he does, like, Chucky does have a cult following. But you know what was so crazy about this movie, though? Is that they're still filming the sequels and everything. I mean, they're straight to DVD or streaming service. And the last one, a lot of people really, really loved. I think it was called The Cult of Chucky, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm so
or the Seed of Chucky. I don't know, but it was a bunch of them. But like the original voice actor was still doing it, so they're still kind of making, you know, movies. But you know, it's straight to digital now. So this one,
I will not be seeing it.
Okay, you're not seeing it.
Nope, won't be seeing it.
All right.
I mean, not that I wasn't a fan of Chucky. Now I was in the theater and I saw the original ones, and it's good. So
little toy just running up on you.
I'm gonna watch my mouth there. Lucille, I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
She's loving this. She's probably loving this right now, laughing.
So, no.
Yeah, that's a no for you.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to, you know, word of mouth. Like, yo, y'all gotta go see Child's Play, man. They got it back again. I'm like, all right.
There's other ways to see it too.
That's right. He said it this time, guys. See, we know who we're talking to. Our audience ain't dumb, you know. And also, we have the big cool show that's happening. And again, if you're in the Charleston Low Country area, it's happening in Somerville this Saturday, Holy City Comic Show. And it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So all of my fans of comic books, I believe the gentleman who runs Holy City Comics, I believe his name is Scott Cave. He pretty much, you know, he has a whole collection of comics he's been, you know, collecting over 40 years. Like, if you go to his website, I believe, like, he has comics from like the 60s, like a 1968 Iron Man that I saw that he's selling for like unbelievable prices. Like, for real, you'd be like, what, you're selling this for this much? But he's a collector like yourself. And he's been doing it 40 plus years, I believe, that he put on his website. And yeah,
I will be checking him out because, like I said, on the Geek Show, the show that we do, man, we got Chad, man. He's turned us all on to comics, man.
Yeah.
And so we getting slabs, we getting this, we getting that, man. I am actually, over the past few months, man, getting really back into the whole comic thing, man.
That's good.
Again. So, yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, man. So if you guys are in this area, please come out and support. And again, that's from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Auction Charleston Antique Mall in Somerville, South Carolina. And I think that about wraps up.
Wow, we did it, man.
We did it.
I hope I did you proud, Xio.
Hey, you know,
Lil Xio.
You did hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to say it like this. Lil Xio. That's how you do it. Yeah, you did a great job, man. You did a great job. I know you're a little nervous, but I'm like, it'll be fun. You know, you're letting it out. You know, you gave us your true opinions on things. Like, don't hide it. You know, just let it out. You're not the only one who feels the way you feel. And trust, you will have some people who get upset at some of the things you said. I mean, I don't know if you're going to get as, you know, many people upset at Lil Xio, because Lil Xio,
she be getting people high.
Oh my goodness.
My
Sometimes
I watch you guys and I listen and I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I even went to work one day, man. Somebody was like, legit. I won't say who it is. Know who it is. They walked into work one day like, did you hear the podcast? And I'm like, yeah. It was about Endgame. It was about
Endgame.
Yeah.
I know.
I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
He goes, well, he had a few things to say.
Yeah, I believe it. And that's the great thing, man, because, you know, that's why, you know, I love this show so much, because we have, like, honest opinions. You know, we have these opinions, and Lil Xio is true to, like, it's not fake. I'm telling you guys, people come up to me, it's like, are y'all, like, does she really feel this way? Do you feel this way? I'm like, yes, there's no shaking it. And that's what we do, man. We want to give you guys the real. And again, we thank all of our real fans, all of our real supporters for, supporting the podcast, man, on all of the podcast streaming apps. And of course, you can follow us at the Comic Section all over social media. That's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's Instagram. So make sure you guys give us a follow, give us a like, rate our podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Google Podcasts. We're now on iHeartMedia Podcast. We are everywhere. We even got a Amazon Alexa. You can say us, and we'll start playing.
I tried it. It works.
Yeah, there we go.
I did it.
There we go. Oh, Alexa go off. Cool. Yeah. Hey, but that's what I'm saying, man. So we are everywhere, and thank you guys so much for following, and we're just growing. We're just growing and growing more and more. Hey, you see where we're at right now, if you're watching on YouTube, in the Statue Fanatic Studios. You never know where we might be next. Just saying. So, again, thank you, Statue Fanatic, for coming on. I appreciate you. Did a great job. I would love to have you on again now that you are kind of acclimated now.
Reggie's up next.
Ooh, Reggie C. Come on, man. The producer extraordinaire. He's going to be on here. He has thoughts. That's all I'm going to say. He has very, very interesting thoughts. So, you up next. All right, I'm putting it out there. All right, well, that about wraps up this great issue number 27. We'll be back next week for issue 28. Lil Xio will be back doing as she always does, giving you guys that raw opinion of hers. Thank you for giving us your raw opinion. And I am Jason. You can follow Statue Fanatic. Let them know where you can find you.
Statue Fanatic on YouTube. Got Statue Fanatic Facebook. So, hey, just do a little search on... in fact, I'm the first thing that comes up.
Oh, there we go.
A little search on YouTube. You can find me there.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you next week on the Comic Section. Peace.
All right, good job, guys. It was a sausage fest in full effect, but it was good. You guys did really good. And Jason, you said in the beginning that I'm hiding. I will have you know, I am not hiding, okay? All right? I just like to remain out of sight. I like to seek protection or evade responsibility. Oh, wait a minute. That is literally the definition of hide. Crap. I don't feel like I'm hiding, though. But anyway, you guys did a good job. Really good job. That being said, editorial content in this issue was used from thefollowing.com, CBR, Variety, Empire, Comic Book, Superhero News, and Comic Book Movie, and the YouTube channels of Marvel Entertainment, DC, Warner Bros. Pictures, Pixar, and Orion Pictures. Video for issue number 27 was edited by Statue Fanatic on YouTube, who did a great job today, and the audio was edited and produced by redmanactual.com. Have you checked it out yet? Go ahead. Redman Actual, audio, production, voice.
Redman Actual.